3 in the morning, 3:20-ish. And we're out here on the job, on the hunt. This house is where I've traced a much more dangerous goblin to. He's been ballsy, you know, going out of his way to attack people. That doesn't happen very often. Usually they just, you know, sexually harass you or something, but this one's like through the roof bonkers, man. So I'm out here to stop it, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be here this morning. So I'm gonna post up in the basement window well and see if I can't catch this goblin. So let's get right to it. And then stop filming. Alright, so there's been a brief change of plans. The window was locked, so I'm going in through the front. We're understaffed, so I have to be doing the job of cameraman today. It should be good. Alright, I recruited a child to film for me really briefly while I investigate. I believe the goblin is in this room. We have to listen for the commotion. This is the dangerous part of the job. I said this is the dangerous part of the job if you can't hear me.
It's time to play with Uncle Samsonite.
Gotcha! Get out of here! Come on! Just... we gotta make sure that it doesn't get away because... So the goblin will immediately try to retreat to a... It'll try to retreat to the sewer. Must have gone through the pipes. Alright. Well, unfortunately for us, it seems to have gotten away. I gotta go check the damages. Bertram? Brother? You're alive? Wish I was.
Hear the drums echoing tonight, and she hears only whispers of some quiet conversation. She's coming in 12:30 flight. The moonlit wings reflect the stars that guide me towards salvation. I stopped an old man along the way, hoping to find some old forgotten words or ancient melodies. He turned to me as if to say, hurry boy, it's waiting there for you. Gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I bless the rains down in Africa. Gonna take some time to do the things we never had. Wild dogs cry out in the night as they grow restless, longing for some solitary company. I know that I must do what's right, sure as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above the Serengeti. I seek to cure what's deep inside, frightened of this thing that I've become. It's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I guess the rain's down in Africa. We're gonna take some time to do the things we never Hurry, boy, she's waiting there for you. It's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I guess the rain's down in Africa. 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 We're gonna take some time to do the things we never
Bertram?
Yeah.
What I want to know are a few things. The first thing, when we were in Puerto Rico, and I watched you die with my own two eyes, I watched my own brother slowly bleed out and die. I watched you die. You had a knife in your chest and I watched you die with my own two eyes. There was a goblin on the floor and I watched you die, Bertram. I watched you die. And I picked up your body and I brought you to the grave site and I dug a little hole and I put you in the hole, put the dirt on you and everything. We had a guy there like doing the swinging the pendulum and he was chanting. And you had a gravestone, Bertram, and it was a beautiful graveside service. Bertram, I buried you.
Yeah.
I watched you die, Bertram. How is it that you're here in front of me right now?
I just didn't die. I opened up my eyes. And I moved.
Why didn't you tell me?
Well, Mom,
What have you been up to these last 4.5 years?
relaxing in Puerto Rico. Working on the sewer goblin epidemic down there.
It's pretty bad.
Not anymore.
Let me ask you something, Bertram. If things were so easy in Puerto Rico, why didn't you stay? Why are you here in my turf, my territory? What were you looking for? What's funny, Bertram? Bertram! What's funny? Answer me!
I ran out of goblins in Puerto Rico.
Ran out of goblins. Impossible. Puerto Rico's got a goblin for every toilet, and a toilet for every citizen. That's their motto. Who's Uncle Samsonite?
Who?
Uncle Samsonite. The night that the goblin was in your room stroking you gently. Before I walked in, I heard an eerie voice say, "It's time to play with Uncle Samsonite." Who's Uncle Samsonite?
Uncle Samsonite is Uncle Samsonite. Our Uncle Samsonite. On Mom's side.
Bert, are you talking in code?
No.
Nod twice if you meant yes. Alright. Bert, I got one last question for you. Was getting caught part of your plan?
No.
What's the next step in your master plan?
Get more goblins.
Hello. My name is, Gary Schlomo, Hindenburg, Stevenson, Johnson, von Jagerman, Jensen, Rochester, Echterstein, the Vast, Younglon, Tomagrom, Brongasis II. You might have noticed that my name's a bit longer than last time. Well, I take a lot of pride in that fact. Because, us Rochesters, we take sewer goblin hunting very seriously. Every time you manage to successfully kill a goblin, you add a little bit to your name. That's just an old family tradition. For example, my father, one of the best hunters I've ever met. His name was, Alan, Adam, Brian, Bryce, Carl, Carlos, Doug, Davidson, Eric, Faust, Grom, Ting Tong, Holt, Ingerson, John, Kevin, Rochester, the first. Or even, for an even better example than my father, my great-great-grandfather, the man who instilled the tradition in my family of hunting sewer goblins, the first one to ever add to his name after killing a goblin, Tom. Rochester. He added a moment of silence for every goblin he killed. You may notice a lot's changed. We got a new office. We got evicted from the last one, so I'm set up in my parents' house, which is fine. I think the biggest change is that we have 2 guns now. Very high tech. Put these down. Oh, my most proud is I have an anatomically correct goblin skeleton. Don't mind the missing arm. That's why I got it so cheap. But essentially, I'm just telling you today. It's been a year since the last time I had the camera crews on me, because the show got, briefly hiatused after the investigation. And a lot's happened in that year. Big thing to note, my wife, she left, said I was too focused on goblins, not enough on our marriage. So she took everything and walked, and that was fine, I guess. Been able to do kind of my own thing, gave a couple new things a try. You remember the guy from the previous video? Took him on a few dates. We were actually pretty happy for a minute until he decided he wasn't into men anymore and left me. Ironically, he actually left me for my ex-wife. So that was pretty great. Otherwise, we're just back here in the lab for a minute. Gonna do a bit of research on this goblin, specifically the fact that it had a very distinct call saying it's time to play with Uncle Samson. And I'm going to do a bit of research into that and see if I can find out anything specifically about this goblin. And if I can, well, that's all the better for me. You may have noticed that I do not have my hat. I took a goblin out to some Chick-fil-A as his last meal, and he snatched it right off my head. Went running. The plan from here is to return to the original sewer where I confronted a goblin a year ago, and see if we can't find any clues that'll lead us to the whereabouts of Uncle Samsonite, the goblin that's been attacking people, namely my brother. So, that's what we're going to do. Come on. We'll be right back after these messages. Boy, it sure is a nice day for a good old cup of tea. That sure was refreshing.
Here we go for some nice tea. That sure is refreshing.
That was refreshing.
Bring out your respect. Look to door.
So what we're doing, we're heading down to the original sewer hole from last year. We're going to check and see if we can find any evidence of where this new goblin, Uncle Samsonite, might be. I'm hoping that he lives in this old one, but you know, there's a really good chance that he doesn't, considering that I sprayed some WD-40 around the entrance, and that kind of, it's toxic to goblins. It'll kill them if they come nearby. So that's all. This place is weird. All right, come on. We're close. Here he is. Oh no. WD-40 gun. R.I.P. little guy. Got my hat back. All right. We returned to the site where I fought a goblin a year ago. If you remember, it was just down this tunnel, short ways. This is the original sewer. This is the, like, mother sewer. Stick a little closer, it's kind of dark down here. Basically what we're here for today, sun's still up. We're looking for evidences of the new goblin. So shine the light over here. No, nothing's been touched in a while. Let's keep moving. Go ahead and stop filming. Alright. Luckily, we're in the drier season, so we can actually make it all the way through. This is actually going to be a little icky. So I'm just gonna... Ah! I'm going to trek ahead. You stay back.
I don't want to be here by myself.
Well, the mud gets really deep.
I think this is crap.
No. Poop doesn't wash down here. Nope, that was a spider web though. Oh, deep mud. Oh, even deeper mud. Oh, wow.
Are you coming back?
Yeah, just gotta finish my investigations down here. Oh, that's nasty. You can stop filming.
Okay.
Alright, so the goblin's not in here. We're gonna have to find out how to figure out where it actually is. Who's there? It's your brother. Who? You know, who? What? Right. Who are you? No. No, I'm pretty sure I don't. The reason that we tell him we don't know who he is because we're trying to trick him. I get the upper hand if he thinks that I don't know who he is down at the end of this tunnel. Watch your step there. Who are you? You know who I am. Full of name, won't approach you.
Hey James, it's way out of focus. You're just like a little jelly bean.
I don't care. You can refocus by tapping the screen.
That's what I'm doing, but it's not focusing.
I will figure it out. Did you stop filming?
Nope.
We'll have to do something over the audio here. Look, I went knee deep into feces a second ago. And I'm about ready to do it again. When I'm kicking your ass.
It's literally.
Kick your own brother's ass.
Yes.
My hands, brother. I'm afraid I'd have to do the same.
Restart the filming. Brother?
Brother.
Go ahead and step out. We're gonna have to handle this like men. Bang! 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 I know where we have to go. All right. So here we are on the trail, the well-worn trail of intelligence and wisdom. What we're doing out here today is we have to make it to the top of the mountain so that we can find the sage of great wisdom and ask him where we might find the goblin, or where we might find one who knows where we might find the goblin. So, off we go. Then we can do it behind the scenes. Are you the sage? The sage of great wisdom?
Mayhaps.
I've been seeking your great knowledge.
Touch the Heffleys.
Of course, sir. I was told you may possess the knowledge that I've been seeking, sir. Let me just get around. So, Uncle Samsonite, the sewer goblin. I was told you may know where he lives, or know of one who knows where he lives. I bear the mark. Thanks.
Why'd you get that done?
Where? You know, Pete's. Pete's parlor of party supplies and tattoos.
I love PPPT.
Me too. So, do you know?
No.
But
I know who does.
who?
The frog of foreplay and foresight. The slimy boy within the ranks of the goblins.
Hopwise. Thank you. Enjoy your Heffleys. Godspeed. All right. After following the sage's advice, I'm here. Be careful. In a lesser known goblin stronghold. Most of them aren't around. If you come with me, Hopwise should be in here. Hopwise. The fortune-telling frog of future sight. Allow me to see where Uncle Samsonite lives. Thank you, Hopwise. I know where we must go. Come on. Yes, computer?
Gary you have to be careful. Petit Goblin is more dangereux than the usual specimen.
What do you mean more dangerous, computer?
He is much more cunning and the sense of style bypass de normal sewe Goblin limitation. He wear at a look much better than you on purpose.
Hey, computer, that's bull and you know it. What do you think I need to do then to, take on this somehow more dapper and charming and stylish goblin?
To deal with his superior cunning and intellect you will need anime the website of manga. Also, look at the hagen you blind be it look like at child that they were at the zoo league the little be they are. I may how do you experience to take you seriously when you walk around looking like Dora autistic cousin? You be adet still less be.
It's him. we're just about ready to go after Uncle Samsonite. Sounds like we're gonna need anime DVDs according to computer, but everything should be okay.
Morning.
Morning. You with Uncle Samsonite?
Yeah.
What you doing?
Wanted to talk to you for a little bit, see if I... what's your name?
Gary Schlimmel, High Hindenburg, Stevenson, Johnson, von Jagerman, Jensen, etc.
Pretty long name.
Yeah.
How'd you get that?
Well, family tradition.
Yeah.
Extend my name for every goblin I kill. Oh, this is bad etiquette, bad etiquette. Getting in my car. I'm gonna kill you. We gotta drive.
He suddenly loses control and flips at least a dozen times before nosediving to the ground. Debris from his Honda Insight flying everywhere. He suddenly loses control and flips at least a dozen times before nosediving to the ground. Debris from his Honda Insight flying everywhere.
お待ちどうさま喧騒まみれこの街の演奏玉たまま一度ついておいで世界中魅了するほどに豪華なジャパン一番ジャンプアラウンさうちらの出番テリヤキボーイズ in the place to be 見せてやろうオリジナル VIP
Many diamonds dangling Bag full of money we strangling Hate me, fry me, bake me, try me All the above cause you can't get in I don't want no problem
He suddenly loses control and flips at least a dozen times before nosediving to the ground. Debris from his Honda Insight flying everywhere. He suddenly loses control and flips at least a dozen times before nosediving to the ground. Debris from his Honda Insight flying everywhere. He suddenly loses control and flips at least a dozen times before nosediving to the ground. Debris from his Honda Insight flying everywhere.
In the parking lot 7-Eleven is the spot Bikes with wings and shiny things and lions, tigers, bears, oh my ride We fierce and fast
Alright. We're out here waiting for my anime guy. Normally I'd go to the library. But you know, this is a bit bigger a deal. So I called my private seller. And I'm having him bring out a couple of DVDs for me. Gotta get this done as soon as we can so we can get out of here. I'll pull this up. We'll head around to the front of the car. Keep the engine running. Bertram?
Yeah.
Are you gonna help? Come on, then.
Nope.
We're stuck. Push, Bert. We're going up the wall.
You're the one driving.
You're actually getting to. We're close. I'm falling.
I usually take longboard.
Keep going.
Oh.
Alright, Bert. I'm gonna come up a bit.
What do you see?
Let's keep going.
Any evidence yet?
Not of the goblin. Alright, I'm gonna step across. Alright, let's listen. Stop filming. Alright, Bert.
Yep.
Cameraman bailed on us, so
Coward.
just hold this.
Alright.
Get that shot on me. Flip it back over. I was flipping it over. It's upside down right now. You don't. Consistency, Bert. Alright. Alright, so basically at this point in the journey, to find the goblin that we need to, like, kill. What's that?
What is it?
Came from the sky. Oh, Bert! It's a burger. Oh, dude. Oh, this is awesome.
Look. Sure could use a drink though.
Oh, Bert, I didn't open my mouth. That was a good meal.
That's your own fault.
That was a good meal, Bert. Oh. Alright, stop filming. Alright, Bert. Gotta come across here.
Gary.
Yeah? We can talk to the goblin. Oh, goblin. Are we in the right sewer? Oh my god. Did you see that? Did you see what it did? Yo, the thing, this thing, it moved to the yes when we asked. I thought my whole life that these things were fake, that they didn't work. Right, Bert? 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 Bert, are you in here? Bert? Bertram? Okay. Here's as good a spot as any. Let's see what he gave me. Boy in the beast. The girl who leapt through time. Summer Wars. The Boy and the Beast. The Boy and the Beast. Castle in the Sky. Nausicaa. Your Name. When Marnie was there. Akira. Nobody doesn't like Akira. Wolf Children. Princess Mononoke. My Neighbor Totoro. Howl's Moving Castle. Kiki's Delivery Service. The Tale of Princess Kaguya. The Secret World of Ariete. Ponyo. Spirited Away. And finally, Trails in the Sky. This spread will attract any and all goblins. Hopefully Uncle Samsonite's one of them.
On you. Oh, gotcha! Oh, holy shit! Why'd you bring two? What's wrong with you, you freak? So that I can kill you twice. Now take me to my brother. Do it! Go. Show me. What's his brother worth to you? What? What's his brother's worth to you?
Like $2.50.
Oh, dang.
That's what he's worth to me.
That's a good McDonald's meal.
Yeah, like 2 burgers. Is this it?
Yeah.
Brother. Bertram?
You've been duped.
You're working together?
You short sell me, brother. You know I'm worth at least $1.25.
Brother.
Me neither.
Bang! Oh! Bang! Oh, let's do crazy! Bang! 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 Just bang! 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 You were supposed to stab him before that! Bang! Yo, you crazy, dog.
I was told that you'd have a hat, Uncle Samsonite.
Traded it for the knife.
Bang! 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 I feel like going for goblins. Bang! 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 Poppy! Bang! Any last words?
Despacito.
Bang!
Bertram.
And just like that, it was finally over. It was a long journey, one that was kind of unnecessarily long. I buried Uncle Samsonite that night in the cemetery. I buried Uncle Samsonite that night in a trash can. I left my dead brother in the sewer. It's what he would have wanted. He loved this work, but his name was just Bertram. He didn't add to it. I wonder, though, how this night could have gone different. Maybe if I had only shown him more care, more love. Would my brother Bertram still be dead because I shot him? I wonder if my father would still be around for the same reasons. But now I wonder, what do we know? Do we even know what we think we know we know? Or do we even know at all what we know we think we know we know? I don't know what we know, and I don't know what we think we know. But I wonder if we know that sometimes what we think we know isn't what we know at all.